October 2024 St. John Park and Recreation. Going to call the October 2024 St. John Park and Recreation meeting to order. Go ahead and stand to the pledge. 2024. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Someone.
Stephanie Fishbaum,
Here.
Mary Roberts,
Here.
Mike Moffett,
Here.
Eric Maliska.
Here.
Sorry, I'm bad with that.
Pat Connolly.
Back on.
Here.
Approval of minutes. Looking for an approval of the minutes that are posted from September 17, 2024.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from September 17th, 2024.
We have a motion to approve the minutes. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Eric. All in favor of approving the minutes signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A. And it's carried 5-0. Old business. Gabe, do we want to wait on the update for Dave, or do you want to give that, or?
I'll Dave give it.
All right. We can come back to that. The park tree donation. Gabe?
The park tree donation, okay, so that was given to us by one of our residents, that is in, and, we're talking about the 2 trees, right, from their. 3 trees. Three in total now, yes. What was his name again?
Ed Marson.
Yes, yes. Ed Marison, he was polite enough to give us 3 trees. They look good, so they're in the park, and we like to, it's a big deal for someone to like care that much about it and say, hey, here's 3 trees at my expense, so like a big thank you to him.
Thank you, Ed.
That's awesome. Thank you.
New business. Start what? Like to entertain a motion to approve the independent contractor agreement for floral design classes by Willow Blooms.
I'll make a motion to approve the independent contractor agreement for floral design classes by Willow Blooms.
We have a motion by Eric. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a second by Pat Conley. We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A. And it's approved 5-0. 5-0. Next, consider a motion to allow vendors' fees and payments to be put in and or paid out of the Farmers Market Fund for Chris Kringle Market. Anybody know kind of what that's about, or?
Yeah, it just to allow the Chris Kringle Market to move money to where it needs to be, because they don't have a revenue line set up, so they're just going to use the farmers market.
All right.
Do you know how much is in the farmer's market?
Not off the top of my head.
Because the one doesn't have a way to pay
Right,
things.
right,
So
right.
that's why they want to do that. Ready for a motion, Mike?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to allow vendor fees and payments.
We have a motion on the floor by Stephanie. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a second by Mary. Do we have any other discussion on this? We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A. And it's carried. Next, consider request to purchase. Letter A, the approval for purchase of shade system from Park Recreation Incorporated for the Gates Park in the amount of $33,174. Gabe?
Okay, so on our original drawing that we have, it shows 3 shade structures. In the whole transition from last year to this year, somehow those were removed. People saw those shade structures, and I guess they expected those, so we kind of made that right.
So these will be added on.
To the actual playground itself,
Okay.
at the gates.
All right.
There's already the one in between the pickleballs, and then those will be where the kids play.
All right. Looking for a motion to purchase this.
I'll make a motion for approval of the purchase of shade system from Park and Recreation Incorporated for the gates of the park in the amount of $33,174.
We have a motion on the floor by Pat. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Eric. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A. And it's carried 5-0. Reports and correspondence. Board members, anybody have anything?
No.
Town staff, anybody?
I'll go ahead and cover the update on the gates since Dave's not here. So far, we had the extra sidewalk added on the east side of the pickleball courts. That is now completed. We are waiting on the seed and sod restoration in that area. We'll be waiting to get the actual new shade structures in before we complete the rest of the concrete work. Once that comes in, we'll demo the rest. We had some concrete underneath the benches at the skate park as well. We removed some old concrete from the old soccer fields that are no longer there. That way, there's just not pieces of concrete in the field. And then going forward, the actual bike path that was approved to go in just off of the north entrance off of like 102nd is completed. It's in. The bike trail that was on going from east to west has been reseal coated. That's about it. Hi, Dave.
Gabe was just kind of giving us an update on the Gates Park. You want to go over it again, or?
I did prepare some notes. We can
All right, well, go ahead.
see which of us has the better memory.
Good to be you.
I had phase 2. Additional sidewalk is being constructed on the east side of the courts. New concrete pads are being poured at the playground. 3 new shade structures for the playground have been ordered. The town is set to install a sanitary service between the courts and the playground for a future building, so that if you do go forward with a future building at some point, you don't have to dig up that area, because that's where the lights will be, that's where those shade structures will be. So it'd be nice to get that out of the way. So if it weren't for those additions, phase 2 would be pretty much done, but we're trying to do some enhancements there since we still have some season left. As for phase 3, that's the lights. The lights have been ordered. Midwestern Electric is going to start the underground wiring and the bases, that's the foundations, the precast foundations, next week. The poles will be delivered around Thanksgiving and will be installed shortly thereafter.
So they'll be in this year still.
Yes.
Nice.
Match up? More or less?
You had a better memory.
You're better.
Well, I had it.
More
You
detail.
had notes. We have anything else from board members or town staff?
Just to answer your question about going back to the baseball fields. So we had a company go out there. They were able to get every light on but one because of the rain today. So they're going to wait for that to dry out, and then they'll be done with that field. Girls softball, we were able to get over there and get into the outfield with the same boom before it rained and get all the lights changed out. There are still 5 lights out, but those could be handled from the ground.
Awesome. Awesome.
So then everything will be working for them when the season starts again.
Correct.
I think their championships are Monday. So we're wrapping it up too, so.
Good.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Anybody else have anything? Any comments? Payment of the bills. Looking for a motion to pay the bills.
I will make a motion to pay the bills. Accounts payable voucher, October 15th, 2024. Combined total of $60,037.05.
Is it $27?
Okay. $60,027.05.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. We had we had it right, correct?
27.
27, all right. So we have a motion by Stephanie, second by Mary. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A. And it's carried, 5-0. Public comment. Do we have any public comment? Still don't remember what I was going to say, but, all right, before motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion by Mary to adjourn. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
A second by Pat. We have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed with an A. And we're